it was Mother's Day, and they sang a song for Mama, and I was like, Mom, do you know what just happened? Do you know who this is? Oh my God. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, we've also, we've had the privilege of performing with a lot of, you know, bigger artists that we really look up to. Like we performed at the Kiss One Week concert, which is a huge concert here in Boston. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yeah, I did,
one
actually.
One of the biggest in the country, actually, for summer shows. And we did perform with Black Eyed Peas, and Flo Rida, and Akon, who co-wrote our single,
American Cowboy.
You know, American
Yeah.
Cowboy.
American Reject. LMFAO. Who else is there? There are other people.
How about
Tisdale and Sean Kingston again.
yeah.
It was a huge show. It was like such a blast. Working our butts off and just really aiming for as high as we can possibly go, you know?
Yeah.
We have a lot coming up this fall that we're so excited about.
I'm excited about it.
You probably don't know. You'll be the first to know. So our second single is actually coming out November 3rd. It's called Breakup Song.
That sounds awesome.
We have an awesome street team that we call our ninjas.
Yeah.
And we have people do exactly that. Like, get all their friends to buy our single and, you know, help promote us all over the place. And then we have, like, cool parties and stuff, and we can all hang out.
How insane is American Cowboy video? I thought it was like very different than your average pop video. It actually had a comedic sense to it.
We are very comedic.
Yeah.
This is Lauren. That's exactly what we wanted. We didn't want to do the typical club scene where it's like super sexy and serious. Well, we had a bunch of our friends in the video, and it was actually directed by Ray K, who did a ton of stuff with Million and the Dream and Lady Gaga, and he's so awesome. He's so talented, and we did everything in one day. He had it completely planned out for the whole day, from like 5 in the morning till 10:30 at night, and we were just working our butts off all day, and it was probably the most fun I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
The most work, but the most fun on one.
Yeah.
So how was it like singing the national anthem at Madison Square Garden? That's a huge deal.
Wow. Yes. It was.
Yeah.
This is Jason. It was pretty amazing. I think all of us kind of set out to have that as one of our goals someday, is to perform at Madison Square Garden. And it happened a little sooner than we had imagined, but it was definitely an honor to be asked. We sang at an HBO boxing match. It was a championship match, I believe, between Ghana and Puerto Rico. Yeah, that was a big game. But it was great. I mean, just staying there in the ring, we were kind of like pinching ourselves. Like, are we really here right now? It was definitely an honor.
Yeah. Was there any pressure? Were you any nervous or?
Yeah. I think we were more excited. We were smiling so much that our faces hurt.
Like you mentioned before, I'm That Chick with Sean Kingston was on the Bring It On soundtrack. How did it get on there?
That was really cool. I know they had a limited amount of CDs, and they were sold out.
My mom didn't even get one.
Did you ever watch House, Ahmed?
Yeah, I do. My friends watch it all the time, so I watch it with them.
Oh, cool. Do you know that American Cowboy was on House, like during episode 5, season 22 or something like that? Yeah, it was really cool. It's actually on YouTube, but it was the coolest thing ever. We weren't quite sure which show it was going to be on, so we didn't know when it was going to air. So Elle's mom actually called because she heard it on the show and was freaking out, and we like freaked out trying to find it on TV. But
I couldn't figure out what she was saying though, because she kept saying something about like the house and something on fire, and I was like, "What, Mom? The house is on fire?" And then finally I understood that we were on House, our song's on House during like this cool scene where there was like fire on the drinks, and I was like, "Okay, at least the house isn't on fire." Right. But this is good news.
Yeah.
We're actually going to be on the House soundtrack for season 5.
Yeah. I heard you guys like Lady Gaga.
Yeah, she's very cool. She definitely has, this is Elle, she
Yeah.
definitely has her own thing going on, which is really cool, especially nowadays. You kind of have to have something that makes you stick out, and she has taken that and rolled with it. So, good for her. She's really talented, and she has a really cool sound.
Were you excited working with RedOne?
Oh, yes, totally.
He's like a big deal right now.
We actually, we worked with him at the end of last year, and it was funny because we had been trying to hook up with RedOne since we had been signed, and it just, his schedule and our schedule didn't go together, we just couldn't do it. Then we finally got with him the end of last year, and it was literally December. We had wrapped up the album, we just knew that we needed that single, and we recorded the hook of the song, and as soon as we heard it, just the hook, we were like, he is so fun. Like, he's in the booth with us. We actually recorded it right here in Boston at our studio, Bristol Studios. And he's like up in the booth and he's like standing outside like, yeah, this is the take that I need. And he's like yelling and like screaming. He's like so excited, all pumped up. And he's just awesome. Then we got to do another song with him actually called Model That, which is great too, which is also on the album. It was definitely worth the wait to kind of get that last thing in at the end of the album and have that be the single, which is great.
I'm sorry, what's the name of the song again, the second one? I didn't quite catch it.
It's called Model That, and I think it's actually going to be on a show on Beautiful Life.
So, what's each of yours favorite song off the album? Like, we'll start alphabetically. April, what's your favorite song off the album?
Oh, alphabetically, I like this. I think my favorite song is my favorite song I think we've ever recorded. It's called If You Wanna.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a mid-tempo, which is a beautiful song, and it's kind of like haunting, but at the same time it's very pretty. So I don't know, I love performing it. We have mic stands for the performance, and I love listening to it. It's just a really good song.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, we did it with the Jam, and Ryan Tedder from One Republic actually wrote it. So it's got that like One Republic kind of vibe where you just really want to vibe out with it, but at the same time it's got like a girl twist to it, so it's cool.
Ryan Tedder is working with a lot of big people right now. Leona Lewis.
And he's a great writer.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
How about you, Elle? What's your favorite song?
I think I'm going to have to go with Is It Love? I think because it was one of the songs on the album that we co-wrote. That was actually with Toby Gad. And again, Toby is just so much fun to work with. And I just remember that session very vividly. And it was very intense. And it was just a lot of fun. And I think it's one of our big songs. So
I can't wait to hear it.
I think it's Grammy worthy.
Yeah, hopefully.
Grammys with an orchestra behind us and a full chorus or something. We'll do it.
Hopefully. How about you, Jason?
Oh, well, that's a tough question. I have to say, we are very proud of the album. We put a lot of time and, love and hard work into it. I really have to say one of my favorite songs has got to be If You Wanna as well. There's just a certain feeling that I get whenever I hear it. It's like I've heard it for the first time every time I hear it. And even performing it. So, I don't know. It's just different.
Yeah. How about you, Lauren?
I have to say one of my favorite songs that we did is called Can't Let Go. We actually co-wrote it with our producer, Rick Poulin. He actually worked here. Well, he created for the vocal program. But he's worked with Dropkick Murphy, which is really cool. They're based in Boston. I'm sure you know that. But that song hit home for us because we're going through a lot of stuff with different relationships and a whole bunch going on. And that song, it just has a lot of sentimental value to us. So whenever we hear it, it kind of strikes the heartstrings a little bit. And so we feel really good about that song. And it's cool because it's on the album. We actually have 2 songs that we co-wrote on the album, which is we're very proud of that for a new pop group to have.
Yeah, it is because a lot of girl groups they don't write their own songs like the Pussycat Dolls.
Right. So we're really proud of that. And that song makes me cry. Tears going down my face.
Are there any features on the album like collaborations or something?
No, actually, we don't have any collabs. It's all us.
That's a good thing.
First album should just be Jada.
That's a good thing.
On the second album. There has been talk though of collabs with maybe Akon or remix action. Throw something in there.
We're also really into writing for other artists as well. We're trying to branch out and do more of that in addition to our own stuff. So that's something that we're really excited about as well. I know that personally, I think it'd be cool to work with Neo. I don't know. That's just
He's writing for everybody right now. Who would you like to work with? Like other than Neo, who would you like to work with?
I would love to work with One Republic, and I would also love to do a collab with Linkin Park this April. That'd be cool. I think that would be the coolest thing. Do a collaboration. If you ever listen to his voice and the way that he sings his melodies, it's very soulful. It's not just your average rock kind of feel. He's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything possible.
Okay. Lauren, you're a college graduate, right?
Yes, I am.
What did you major in?
Woo!
What did you major in?
Emerson College in Boston.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with it?
What's its name again?
Emerson College. I'm actually from Pennsylvania, but I moved up here to go to college.